Tonight's headlines: prioritize distribution of medicines in calamity-hit areas, says Marcos. Japan vows Philippine assistance over Paeng damage. 61 dead in Maguindanao due to Paeng. Full face-to-face classes to start November 2. Labor Department reminds employers pay proper November holiday wages. LPG prices up in November. And BSP-Fed repo deal to boost Philippines' forex reserves. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, November 1, 2022. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. stressed on Tuesday that the national government should also prioritize the distribution of medicines to calamity victims. Marcos told Social Welfare and Development Secretary Erwin Turfo that medicines for cough, colds, and stomach ache should be given to calamity victims aside from food and non-food packs. The president also said he has noticed this problem since he was still governor of Ilocos Norte. He also said he could help with making arrangements with pharmaceutical companies when it comes to purchasing these medicines. Aside from non-prescription medicines, Marcos also stressed the importance of providing maintenance medicines, especially to the elders. He said this type of drugs should be prescribed or dispensed by the health department, doctors, and pharmacies. The Japanese government has extended its sympathies to the Philippines following the destruction brought about by severe tropical storm Paeng in several parts of the country. Japanese Foreign Prime Minister Hayashi Yoshimasa conveyed the message through Philippine Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo. The Japanese government also said it is prepared to provide assistance to the Philippines following the recent calamity. The latest report of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council showed that the number of reported fatalities due to Paeng has reached 110 as of Tuesday morning. Governor Bay Mariam Sangki Mangudadato reported on Tuesday that there have been 61 deaths recorded so far in Maguindanao, with 17 still missing following the onslaught of severe tropical storm Paeng. Mangudadato said the local government is still conducting operations to search for the missing individuals following the landslides in the area. Among the areas affected by landslides are Barangay Kusyong in Dato Odin Sinsuat, Barangays Romgaob and Looy in South Upi, and Barangays Maagabo Bayanga, Sur Norte, and Kabugao Sapad in Matanog. Mangudadato said 30 out of the 36 municipalities and 370 out of the 508 barangays in the province were affected by Paeng, displacing 124,501 families or 622,605 individuals. There have also been 10 bridges damaged in the area: Ledepan Bridge, Corintem Bridge, DBS Bridge, Sarakan Street, Matengan Steel Bridge, Darapan Steel Bridge, Lower Magulat Kiga, Upper Magutay Rempes, Labu-Labu Bridge, and Nituan Bridge. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang ating daming sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube. Be updated sa news and happenings katribu. Hatid ng Daily Tribune sa inyo ang mga balitang napapanahon sa loob at labas ng bansa. Kami na ang bahala sa paghahatid sa inyo ng mga latest and reliable news. We got you covered sa programang Tribune News on Q. Mapapanood mula umaga hanggang gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
In other news, the Department of Education said that 5-day full face-to-face classes in public schools will push through on November 2, despite acknowledging that there is still a shortage of classrooms and teachers. DepEd spokesperson attorney Michael Poa admitted to the perennial problems that several schools face a day before the implementation of full in-person classes, adding that DepEd, which is currently headed by Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte, will try to work on it in the coming months and years. The Alliance of Concerned Teachers, on the other hand, recently renewed teachers' call for adequate classrooms and armchairs, more support personnel, and a reduced workload. They also called for cutting the number of students per class to 35 students and more learning and teaching resources such as laptops and internet allowance. To work around some of these concerns, POA said that highly congested schools like those in the National Capital Region and Calabarzon would still have to implement shifting of class schedules to cater to all their students. The Department of Labor and Employment reminded employers to provide proper wages to workers who report for work during November's declared holidays. Labor Secretary Bienvenido Laguesma specified the proper computation of wages for the declared holidays of the month, the special non-working holiday November 1 and the regular holiday November 30. Former President Rodrigo Duterte earlier declared November 2 a special working day, the second straight year that the date was not declared a holiday. Then Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque Jr. in 2020 said the decision not to declare November 2, along with December 24 and December 31, was arrived at due to the long vacation during the COVID-19 pandemic. In business, consumers will have to pay more for liquefied petroleum gas products this month as prices will be hiked after 6 straight months of rollbacks. Petron Corporation said it will hike the prices of LPG products by 3 pesos and 50 cents per kilogram and auto LPG prices by 1 peso and 96 cents per liter effective 10 p.m. on Tuesday. The number of provinces have been placed under a state of calamity following the impact of severe tropical storm Paeng, which hit the country last week. The price hike comes after firms implemented price cuts in October, extending the downward path of prices since May this year. Latest data available from the Department of Energy show that retail prices of an 11-kilogram cylinder in Metro Manila range from 786.95 pesos to 971.95 pesos in October. And the country's United States dollar reserves are expected to get a boost from the planned repurchase agreement between the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the Federal Reserve. Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation Chief Economist Michael Ricafort disclosed that the repurchase agreement, or repo, would help add to the country's available U.S. dollar liquidity funding facilities if needed. Ricafort said the agreement will increase the country's dollar reserves by using U.S. government bonds or treasuries, holdings, and investments, for instance, as collateral without the need of selling them outright in the market to get U.S. dollar funds if necessary. Repo is a short-term securities agreement between a central bank and another party, with the former buying it back at a slightly higher price. Earlier, BSP Governor Felipe Medalla said they were considering an overnight repo agreement with the Fed, but he declined to give any amount, saying that the deal would materialize this year but did not give specifics. He added that the BSP has this option even before but has not tapped this in the past. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
We would like to thank the following: Araneta, Pag-ibig, SM Supermall, Veteran, Divina Law Offices, ICTSI, Xlog, Globe, Kia, PLDT, Cherry, Tanawan, Prime Homes, RLC, Pure Gold, Meralco, and SM Retail.
Ikaw pa rin talaga. Oh, nananabik sa pagbalik, aking mahal. Oh, mahirap mawali sa katulad mo. Kahit na tuwing gabi nasa panaginip ka at nasa isip ko. Huwag magagalit kung minsa'y nagkakamali sa'yo, aking mahal. Huwag isipin na baka ipinagpalit sa iba, sa kung kani-kanino pa. Mga sandali na kapiling ka at tayo'y magkasamang masaya. Pag mga yakap mo na kay higpit, ang mundo ko'y lumiliit dahil sa mga ngiti mong napakaganda. Oh, mahirap mawali sa katulad mo. Kahit na tuwing gabi nasa panaginip ka at nasa isip ko. Huwag magagalit kung minsa'y nagkakamali sa'yo, aking mahal. Huwag isipin na baka ipinagpalit sa iba, sa kung kani-kanino pa. Mag-ingat ka dyan, malayo ako sa'yo, at huwag mag-alala, mahal kita. Huwag magagalit kung minsa'y nagkakamali sa'yo, aking mahal. Huwag isipin na baka ipinagpalit ka na sa iba. Huwag magagalit at huwag mag-isip na magagalit.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest